What is it that makes physical workshops or retreats so much better when trying to learn pottery? Well, of course, you can meet me. Well, I hope it's not just for that reason you go. But the fact is that watching YouTube videos or even attending a more structured online workshop like I have for Pitfire, I'll put a link somewhere here, is a very, it's a very lonely experience. There's no social element. When you go to a physical workshop, then you meet other potters, and not just me, but other fellow potters that have the same kind of passion and want to learn the same thing. And you spend whole days with them. You probably also have dinner and breakfast and maybe go for a walk or a restaurant or something. It becomes a social event. And we are social by nature, and we also learn better socially. That's also why I guess we have schools with classes, with classrooms, with kids that are like-minded, that want to learn the same kind of thing. So I think from a social point of view, it's just much better environment to have a physical workshop. Now, of course, there's still lots of things you can learn from YouTube, and I definitely recommend that you sign up to my online course in Pitfire Pottery. I will put a link somewhere here in the description, maybe up in the corner. This fall, as you probably have seen in some of my videos, I'm having a very exciting workshop. We actually call it a retreat because it's more than just workshops. And it's taking place in Rhodes Island in the Mediterranean. It's in September. There's only very few seats left. I have to say that. So if you do want to attend, you have to rush it. But we will also repeat the event next year. We have already lined out 2 events. One of them will be in May. The other one will be in September. The one in September is unfortunately already full. So again, it's a good indication that tickets do sell out quickly for this kind of workshop. And I do understand it because it is a very different experience. Now for the workshop that I'm doing in Rhodes, I will actually combine it with my online workshop. It's going to be focused on everything I know about Pitfire. I want to share everything with you. But after a workshop, even for a long one like this, it's 10 days from you come till you leave. It's difficult to remember all of it. But basically, I'm going to teach the same methods, the same techniques that I use in my online workshop. So by having access to the videos in the online workshop, when you get home, you can sort of repeat some of the things that I told you in the physical workshop. I'm also going to have some workshops here, hopefully this summer, maybe the fall, in my own garden here, where I do most of my own firings. And that's just going to be weekends. And it's probably going to be focused on Danish audience. So I'll probably have them in Danish, unless some of you don't understand Danish, then I will also repeat it in English. That's just going to be weekend workshops, focusing on 2 different types of firing techniques. One will, of course, be Pitfire, and the other one will be swivel saws, different techniques for firing in a ragu pillar, but basically using many of the same techniques as we do in Pitfire, but just without the smoke and the flames. And it's a little easier to do in a backyard because you don't have all that smoke to get to some degree from the Pitfire. I will hopefully also, during those workshops, be able to show you a completely new invention. I haven't seen anybody in the Pitfire community use this, but I found a way to create a barrel for wood fire that will create almost no smoke. It's quite difficult to actually make it, so I have a guy in the other end of Denmark that is a metal guy that knows how to build this for me. He's building it now, and we will be testing it out, but all evidence suggests that it will be very effective. So, the other thing that I want to highlight with a physical workshop is that what we do is physical. I mean, sometimes it's just easier to understand things when you can touch it. I mean, the pot, I can show you the pot, and here's a few examples of the pots that I've done in the past. I hope that you think they look nice, but how do they feel? Some of them have a very silky surface. Some of them more like a glass-like surface. Some of them are a little more rough, but you can't really see that in just watch a video. So that physical aspect of it, and how heavy is it? Is it a light pot? Is it more heavy? Or the possibly do with Pitfire needs a little more thickness, so they're not as light as super light porcelain, for example. But you won't experience that when you're just watching YouTube videos or just watching an online course. So that's another aspect that I really like about Pitfire workshops, retreats, or any kind of pottery retreat or workshop for that matter. I also like, as a teacher, to actually meet you. Because just as well as it can be sort of a antisocial and lonely experience for you to learn something from YouTube or an online course, it's also sort of strange for me to teach you when I cannot look you in the eyes. So I try in my online workshops and generally in my YouTube videos to cover all aspects of whatever topic I'm talking about. So hopefully, if you don't understand it this way, maybe you understand this way, and I film in different angles and so on. But I don't get that instant feedback. So there's something, if there's something that I try to explain that you don't understand, then you can't interrupt me and say, Mikkel, I don't get that. In a physical workshop, of course, you can do that. And that physical interaction is also important to understand certain elements. I'll give you an example. I tried for many years to learn how to pull handles. You know the technique where you put clay on, for example, a mug, and then you pull the clay out so it sort of grows out of the pot and create a handle that way. It's the original potter's way of making handles. Sorry. And I think it's the most beautiful handles you get that way. I tried for years. I watched probably 10, 20 hours of YouTube videos with potters doing the pulled handles. And it looked so easy. And I tried, and I failed. And I watched more videos, and I failed. I just couldn't get the physics in my hands. So finally, I went to a workshop here in Denmark with two very experienced potters. They've been doing pottery, production pottery for centuries. They're very, very good. And the woman there that did it probably pulled 10,000 handles or even more in her career. She knows how to do it. And once she was standing between me or behind me, she could actually help me position my hand in the right way. And as it turned out, it was a very small detail, a twist. It's difficult to explain it for obvious reasons. But standing next to her, in a few minutes, I learned it. I'm still not very good at pulling handles, not like Peter is, but I know how to do it now. I know why I failed. And that's something that I just couldn't have learned online. I tried, but I didn't learn it. So sometimes there are elements of how you create pottery that is just easier to learn if you're in a physical workshop. And that is the same thing with Pitfire pottery. Because there are little details about how we apply the different materials, how you wrap it around the pot, how we control the firing, and how we manage the fire, and how we finish the pots and polish them and seal them and all that. I can give you all the specifics in videos, but the feeling of it, the experience of it, you only get in a physical workshop. There's a lot of other good reasons, but there are also some downsides. Of course, first of all, it costs a bit more money to go to a physical workshop. Not only in the fee for going there, you also need to stay there and eat there and so on. So all in all, it costs more than an online workshop. And also, you need to take time off from work, that is, if you're working, and you need to travel to wherever it is. Now, Rhodes is in the center of Europe, you could say. So if you are in Europe, it's not that bad. But let's say you're in the US or Australia, which some of the attendees to this workshop is, and it becomes a lot more expensive than just signing up to an online workshop. But I do think that it's worth it. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this in Rhodes, and I'm doing some workshops, weekend workshops here in my garden. So if you're interested in that, please take a look down in the description and join. But as I said, the workshops that I'm doing here in the garden, it will probably be mostly in Danish, and I haven't set the dates yet. If you're interested, let me know. Send me an email. I have my email somewhere around here on YouTube as well, and on Instagram. Send me an email if you're interested. And for the workshops in Rhodes, the one in September, I don't know for sure. I think there's maybe 3-4 seats left. It's very few. Most of them are sold. So be fast if you want to join that. If you want to join next year, You actually have to book it now also because, as I said, one of the workshops, the one in September, is already sold out, but the one in May still have available seats. So I hope to see you at one of these workshops because it is a great experience, not only for you, but actually also for me. And so joyful for me to meet you guys and follow the progress and teach you everything I know about what I do. So I hope to see you later this year, one of the weekends, or maybe next year. Have a great day.